Does your entire income vanishes by 20th of every month? Do you run out of cash towards the end of month? Then this video is specially for you. In today's session, we will learn about budget, how to make one, what should be its frequency, and why is it so important. So stay tuned. Let us start by answering a simple question. What is a budget? Budget is a well-documented plan of your projected income and expenses over a fixed period of time. A budget clearly mentions what all pockets are going to make money for you and where that money is supposed to flow in near future. And like any other plan, it becomes very easy to implement it if it is well documented. If you think that budget is something which governments make or it is for rich people only, then you are wrong. Whether you are a student or a working professional, a 10-year-old kid or a 60-year-old person, budget is beneficial for everyone. If you are having some sort of regular income and you are spending that money, then you should consider making a budget. This regular income can be anything like pocket money, salary, monthly allowances, or pension in case of retired persons. Now, the question may arise, how frequently one should make a budget? And the answer varies from person to person. If you are a salaried professional having income on monthly basis, then you should make a monthly budget. If you are in some sort of business where credit period is 90 days, then you can make a quarterly budget. Similarly, if agriculture is your major source of income and you earn money by selling your produce twice or thrice a year, then you should make a budget on a half-yearly basis. But there is one budget which is common to everyone, which is annual budget. And the reason is quite simple. We all have some certain expenses on yearly basis, such as taxes and insurance premiums, etc. Such yearly expenses creates a cash flow problem during their actual payment dates. Therefore, to avoid such problems, yearly expenses should be divided into equal portions and included in your monthly and quarterly budgets. Making a budget and adhering to it is a skill, which is improved by practice. So, let's learn how to make a budget. You can simply start by listing down your income on one side and expenses on the other. The very first head should be your professional income. It should be your net take-home salary and should not include perks such as Provident Fund or EPS, etc. The next should be income from dividends. We will discuss about dividends in detail in upcoming sessions, but for now consider it as income from investments. After that comes interest from fixed income instruments such as bonds, debentures, or interest earned on savings bank account, etc. Next is income from part-time jobs. This could include income from freelancing jobs or side business. And the last should be income from other sources. This could include rental income from property or agricultural income, etc. Now comes the difficult part, which is expenses. But before we move towards expenses, let's save a bit of money and keep it aside. Ideally, one should save somewhere around 30% of their net take-home salary. After that, one should divide their expenses into needs and wants. Now you can start listing down your expenses by noting down expenses under needs followed by expenses under wants. You can start by noting down expenses on food, which is a very basic necessity. After that comes household expenses, which includes expenses on personal care products and other FMCG products used in day-to-day life. Next comes utility bills such as electricity, water, piped gas, telephone or mobile bills, DTH charges, and broadband bills, etc. After that comes EMI of any active loan or room rent if you live in a rented house. Next is traveling expenses, which includes expenses on local commute, by personal vehicle, or by public transport, or by both. Next comes monthly contribution towards annual expenses. It is advisable that this money should be kept in liquid funds so that you don't end up spending it. Now that you have covered all the needs, you can start adding your wants. For example, expenses for dining out. If you are a sports lover, then you require money for attending sports events in stadiums. If you are a movie freak, or if you are planning a vacation, all such expenses should be limited to remaining funds. At last, one should make provision for miscellaneous expenses. These are expenses which you cannot predict before the start of month. For example, refrigerators have become an integral part of our households these days. What if it encounters some technical fault and its warranty has also expired? Obviously, you have to get it repaired urgently. Such an expense cannot be predicted before the start of a month and therefore is a miscellaneous expense. Similarly, small medical expense is also one such example. Now, let's quickly take a look at percentage contributions of various expenses. After paying all the taxes and other implications, 50% of your income should account for your essentials, 30% for saving and investing, 15% for your wants, and about 5% for other expenses. This is a rough idea, and percentage values may vary a bit depending upon one's financial condition. By now, you would have figured out the importance of budget. Let's discuss a few of them. A budget helps you in controlling your spending. When you plan your spending properly, a lot of financial problems start getting resolved on their own. Believe it or not, when you spend without planning, you end up spending more and are unable to save regularly. A big sale on Amazon and you fall prey to lucrative offers on your favorite products. But if you stick to your budget, then you won't be spending beyond limit. A budget also helps in cutting down unnecessary expenses. When you start noting down your expenses on a regular basis, you would realize how much money is flowing out unnecessarily. This will encourage you to cut down such expenses. With increasing focus on plastic money, it's very easy to spend money without actually owning it, thanks to credit cards and microfinancing apps. Such expenses results in debt traps. But if you stick to your budget, you won't be overspending and hence would be able to avoid such traps. Budget helps in saving regularly and be on track on your financial goals. It becomes almost impossible to save regularly without a budget. On the other hand, each and every financial goal requires savings on a regular basis. Therefore, a budget is a must for your financial goals as well. Budget also helps in managing debts. Borrowing money is neither good nor bad, but financial experts often distinguish between good debt and bad debt. If you need to borrow money for some reason, then budget helps you in figuring out the adequate amount which you can manage to repay easily. It is also useful for preparing for emergencies. There would be hardly any man on earth who haven't faced emergencies. They can't be avoided. The best way to tackle them is by preparing for them well in advance and by being ready to face one all the time. These are a few of the numerous benefits which budget has to offer. With this, we have come to an end of today's session. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you all enjoyed it. See you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy investing.